The International Roller Skating League presents Major League Bank Track Skating Competition from Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. Today, it's the Bay Bombers versus the Brooklyn Red Devils. Hello, I'm Don Drury, and along with me, Ken Monty. We'll be calling your play-by-play action. Right now, we're joining the game in the fifth skating period, with the fifth period underway. And we'll pick up the action and come right back to you. Jam around, moving on the play, and Cavello slid out in the turn, Ken. The jam was called off by Calvello. I didn't see exactly what happened to her.
I didn't either. I don't know if she got tangled up in the helmet because she put a foot in the infield or what. But evidently...
she was out all by herself.
Yeah, well, the helmet was wrapped around her skate and caused her to fall. And then naturally she got up and cut the jam off. And here's your lineup today for the Red Devils.
For the Brooklyn Red Devils, women's captain number 23 is Ann Calvello. Jackie Garillo is number 25. Monica Sanovich, 24. Kathy Bowe is 21. Terry Abner, 26. Dolores Holmes is 28. And Rita Williams is 29. Very strong and powerful lineup for the Bay Bombers. Dolores Tucker is 34. Roma Ryan, 36. Carol Peanuts Meyer, 37. Terry Lewis is 31. Judy McGuire, 35. And the women's captain is number 38, Joan Weston. The pack is being reorganized. Pivot skaters go to the front. Blockers must be in the middle, and jammers must be at the rear of the pack. Jammers are your offensive skaters. They wear the striped helmets. Pack is formed, the whistle sounds. The offensive jammers must work their way up through the pack. Once they get in front of the pack, they have 60 seconds in which to lap the field. For each opposing skater lapped past within that 60 seconds, they get 1 point. Jammer is out for the Brooklyn Red Devils. It is number 24, Monica Sanovich. For the Bay Bombers, 37, Carol Peanuts Meyer on the move. Meyer takes an elbow block back from Kasanovic as she takes over the lead. Meyer coming back, high elbow block, hits him with another one. Kasanovic staying right up in there, challenging back on the inside. Catching Meyer, I think she thought she was going to the outside, quickly moved up. Kasanovic trying to eliminate the Bomber jammer. Meyer back to the inside. Both of these jammers now moving into scoring contention at the rear. And Calvello back on defense for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Women's captain back there. Peanuts Meyer taken down. Weston doing the blocking for the Bay Bombers. Calvello moving up, trying to assist her jammer, trying to pull her to the outside. Calvello spinning around. And Peanuts Meyer back up and moving, spins by on the inside. Jam called off. Meyer picked up one Bay Bomber point on the play. Calvello trying to move Weston out of the way, and Meyer coming right back up.
There you see Ann Cavello on the ground trying to help her skater in. She left herself, and there's Joan Weston, number 38, the almighty of the Bay Bombers. And Weston sort of left herself out.
The score tied up right now, 29-29 with a timeout being called on the track. Don Drury, Ken Monty back filming the action. We're in the fifth skating period. 4 minutes, 33 seconds up to go with the score tied from Kezar Pavilion. The Bay Bombers 29, the Brooklyn Red Devils 29. Jammers are out and moving on the play. Jackie Garillo moving for the Brooklyn Red Devils 35. Judy McGuire off the whip, passes up Garillo, coming out of the turn. Garillo sprinting right back down to the inside. Elbow block, hits him with another one. Garillo takes over the lead, and McGuire stays right in. Shoulder block, both of these jammers. Excellent ability and a lot of effort being put out on the play. Calvello dropping back on defense for the Red Devils. Joni Weston back there for the Bay Bombers. Garillo moves in, squats low. McGuire taken down. Calvello moving up on the assist. Drives to Weston. Moves her high up along the rail. Garillo still going. Bombers being worked on up in that pack. Garillo trying to go through on the inside, being pinned back in there, but she did get by, I believe, one more skater. Two more. The official decision, there were 3 Red Devil points scored on a play. Jackie Garillo scoring the assist of Ann Calvello and the Red Devil team. Red Devils jump up in the lead by 3, 32-29 over the Bay Bombers.
You know, it's funny, Jackie Garillo, I don't believe she's probably maybe an inch over 5 foot in height, and Ann Cavello doing a bit of a job of leaving her in, but Jackie Garillo, very small person, and puts the Red Devils back on top again, and the Red Devils got it going for them.
Well, they've been trailing throughout most of the game here in the first half, Ken, and apparently the locker room talk at halftime has sparked this club.
Yeah,
you can hear the quietness in the background with all these thousands of fans here.
I know it.
They were yelling in the first half, not so much now.
Well, there's a lot to go in the second half yet, Don, as you well know, and the Bombers will get it together. They have yet to let the Bay Area fans down.
Except in the first series this season.
Second series.
And in the second. It's not been a good season thus far. Jam has been started by the Jammers. Then a 3-man whip, and Joan Weston is out moving with a pivot helmet on. Joni Weston going out, and Calvello coming out with the Red Devils in pursuit. Both women's captains and pivot skaters are on the play. Weston sets the pace. Looking over the shoulder as Calvello moves up. Calvello cautiously moving up. She's a veteran as well. There's a sidestep by Weston. Calvello up and down. Throws the block, does not connect. The Bay Bombers now with the only scoring threat out. Women's captain number 38, Joni Weston, and Calvello back to do the defensive work. Elbow blocks by Calvello to Weston to the outside. Weston moves forward, belted back once again. Weston trying to maneuver herself into a good position, trying to stay directly behind Calvello. Comes up, leg block to the inside, and Calvello done by Weston. Weston has scored one, still going for the Bay Bombers. Bombers trying to lock up the back. Time racing against Joni Weston, double block. Weston through the middle, scored again. The crowd going rampant. Here it the jam called off. Skaters going over the rail. And the official decision, there were 4 Bay Bomber points scored by women's captain Joan Weston. Kid, I think we're going to take a look at this again on the replay.
Well, if we do, we'll see Joan Weston at at her best. There she is, Joni coming in the rear of the pack. And you'll see Ann Cavello dropping back to do the blocking. There's Cavello moving in your picture now. There she is, putting blocks on her, blocking her around the outside. And Weston continues to move around the outside.
Right here is where I think she drops behind her directly, not to either side where she can't really get the advantage on her.
She goes to work on it, seems like on her legs, and hits her low, and Cavello goes on down. But now comes sheer force. Watch when Weston comes between this double block. That is power. I mean, there's no denying that part. She was going to get the points. One more person taking on for a total of 4 points.
We're back live. 58 seconds remaining in the period. The Bombers now lead by 1, 33-32. Then, of course, the men will come up onto the track at the start of the 6th skating period. 8 periods in roller derby if you've never seen the game before. Jammers are out moving. Jackie Garillo for the Red Devils. 35, Judy McGuire for the Bay Bombers. McGuire comes up with a good elbow block to the inside. Garillo sprinting right back down on the inside, back to McGuire. Jammers zigzagging back and forth, changing positions as they move on the rear. Calvello and Weston again back on defense for the respective clubs. 25 seconds left to go. Calvello sitting waiting. Garillo squats low. McGuire does the same. McGuire coming up. Garillo taken down. McGuire takes a whip, trying to go to the outside, being pulled by her teammates. And a standing ovation going out for Judy McGuire as she scored 4 more Bay Bomber points. 8 seconds left to go in the period. I think we're going to see this one again, kid.
There's Judy McGuire. Just tremendous skating by...
Started in New York in 1958, and it trouble up there. Here it is. He hits the replay.
Here you see Garillo moving around the outside. She'll duck. So will McGuire. McGuire will move on the inside. Get rid of Garillo. From then on, it's nothing but teamwork by the Bombers. Inside, all the way around the outside. 4 points by McGuire.
All right, so the end of the 5th period. The Bay Bombers lead 37-32, and a timeout being called on the track. Don Drury, Ken Monty back calling the action here at the Kezar Pavilion. We're in the 6th skating period. The men have just taken over. And the score, the Bay Bombers 37, the Brooklyn Red Devils 32. Jammers are out moving on the play. There's a shot of the pack. They're getting ready to do the blocking. There's the lead jammer, 24. Earl Pearson, 31 is Ron Turbin in pursuit for the Bay Bombers. Each team has 1 jammer, 1 potential scorer moving in the rear. Larry Lee, 21, drops back on defense for the Red Devils. Men's captain number 38, Bill Grohl, back there for the Bay Bombers. Shoulder block. Pearson taken down. Turbin staggered back, comes in with a block, stays on his skates, drives in again. Belted back again by Larry Lee. Grohl comes back with that block, sends the skater up into the rail. Pearson hit back hard, back on his skates. Lee again comes up with that block. Grohl looking to assist, however, he's got that Red Devil jammer moving up behind him as well. Both of these jammers have their work cut out. Good defensive blockers, and Pearson dumped over the rail by Grohl. Good solid block. Turbin trying to score. He's checked into the rail. And time of the jam starts to run out. It does. No score. Good defensive work by both of those blockers.
You ain't kidding. And we're pointing back. I'd like to just go back again to what I said prior before and on several different times is Bill Grohl, when he puts a body into you, it's great. I would much rather see a person take a body contact.
And here's the lineup for the Bay Bombers. 32 is Mike Chump. 35, Dynamite Mike Gammon. 38, Bill Grohl. 33, Alvin Mallory. 36, Cliff Butler. 31, Ron Turbin. Tony Roman is number 37. He's on an inactive list, however, he is out here this evening. For the Red Devils, Coach Cal Stevens wearing jersey 27, men's captain 26, Tony Smith, Larry Lee 21, Earl Pearson 24, Chris Keenan 28, and Rob Mendelson, the rookie, 25. The Jammers are out moving. Tony Roman started the play, and Coach Cal Stevens is now out moving with the pivot helmet on. Men's captain Bill Grohl is flying out of their pack with the Bay Bombers in pursuit. Grohl comes up, high elbow block into Stevens. Stevens coming back, leg block, forearm block, elbow block thrown. Grohl coming back now. Stevens and Grohl swinging away. Good blocking going on in their play. There's a leg block by Billy Grohl. Grohl comes up with another one. Grohl and Stevens battering a bit. They both can score, but are concentrating on one another. Grohl again comes back down that straightaway. There's a shoulder block. Both men going down. Two big men at the rear. Grohl again back down, and that's a lot of solid weight back there. Stevens throwing a forearm block. The helmets are up, and there they go. Grohl and Stevens facing. Ooh. Again, did you notice how quickly the Bomber teammates jumped over there to break up that fight and grab Bill Grohl, not just jump in there. They don't want anybody in that penalty box.
That's right. They don't want in the penalty box. And anything, they don't want somebody hurt. And also, did you notice how Cal Stevens picked up and threw Bill Grohl like a piece of paper at one time? But Grohl is not to be denied. He's a competitor, and he's going to give us all. And he just keeps coming back. There
were 1-minute penalties fighting both Bill Grohl and Cal Stevens. 37-32. Bombers remain on top by 5. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the sixth skating period. Point out that Bomber coach Charlie O'Connell is out with a very serious eye injury, but he is coaching from the infield. And we hope to have him back in the lineup very, very shortly.
I imagine the Bombers would sure like to see him back in the lineup, back in the lineup permanently by the time the playoffs roll around.
I think they'd like to see him in the lineup the next series rolls around with that big Chief team coming in.
Oh, they need him then, I'll tell you that.
Jammers out moving on the play. Chris Keenan for the Red Devils. Alvin Mallory is also on the move. There's a block thrown back in. Mallory takes over the lead on the jam. Skater is tangling up at the front of the pack going down. Lead Jammers moving into scoring position. 28, Chris Keenan for the Red Devils. Cliff Butler back to the blocking for the Bombers. Good solid elbow block back to Keenan. Another one thrown back now. Jammers trying to work their way around. Keenan moves forward again. Mallory trying to get back up and get into scoring contention. Butler holding on defense for the Bay Bombers. Tony Smith back to lead the way, but Mallory moves in. He's forced to drop back on defense. Both Jammers can score. One for the Bombers, 33 is Mallory. Smith back, good solid block, puts him down again. Smith moves up, block to Butler, opening up the door. Bombers being pinned up in there. Keenan trying to go to the inside, has hit the infield. He must drop back to take the lead on that jam. And the jam called off now. The official decision, there were 2 Red Devil points scored on the play by Chris Keenan. He could not get the third point as he did hit the infield. And a timeout being called on the track with the Bay Bombers leading 37-34 over the Brooklyn Red Devils. Don Drury, Ken Monty back calling the action from Kezar Pavilion. Today's game between the Brooklyn Red Devils and the Bay Bombers. Bombers lead 37-34 over the Red Devils. 5 minutes, 53 seconds remaining here in the sixth period. We'd like to remind the fans along the network who are watching this telecast that this telecast is strictly for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any other use or reproduction of this broadcast without the express written permission of the International Roller Skating League is strictly prohibited. Jammers are out moving on the play. Men's captain Tony Smith on the move for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Cliff Butler out with a Jammers helmet on for the Bay Bombers. Smith jarred back, now comes up out of that turn. Good solid blocks on the Butler. Butler staggered back again, stays up there. Butler hit foot down, 2 big men. Butler a little bit smaller in stature, but he goes in that 225-pound range. Tony Smith moving on, and Brooklyn now has the only potential scorer, the only jammer out moving on the play. Butler back on defense. All 5 of the Bay Bombers being kept in the pack. Red Devils have the only scoring threat out. A golden opportunity for the Red Devils, and they trail by 3 right now. Butler comes back with a block to the outside. Smith hit to the rail, spun around, digs right back in, coming down the street. Jump block back by Butler. Smith has been dumped. Smith scrambling back up to his skates and is on the move. Again, second effort drive by Tony Smith, and again Butler holding on defense. Butler coming back, leg block to Smith. Time in the jam starting to run short. Shoulder block, he's dumped, and time runs out. No score. Good defensive work.
You see those good solid blocks by Cliff Butler. No head hunting, no shoulders. There's a combination of shoulder, body, hip, everything going into it, along with the legs pushing up at the same time. It's just tremendous. That's the kind of blocking I like to see. I'm a little prejudiced.
There's a shot at Tony Smith. And he's a great competitor. He's really come along. You know, he started off with the Pioneers, and he's a little bit slow. And a big man, I think, always has a tougher way to go in this game. A little guy, he's got a little bit of speed. They don't hit him as hard. But a big man, everybody wants you to let him know right away you're not going to be the boss.
That's right. That's right. You've got to declare yourself, especially in this league. And if you can't take the punishment, it's like the cook. If you can't stand the fire, get out of the kitchen.
3 minutes, 53 seconds left to go in the sixth skating period. Back is formed. Again, the Red Devils getting those jammers out on top. Ron Turman, 31, coming out for the Bay Bombers in pursuit now. And Cal Stevens giving a signal to Larry Lee at the rear of the pack. Lee sprinting in. There's Stevens. He's already setting up the play at the rear. Lee is just up Ronnie Turman. Lee's starting to dig in. Stevens at the rear of the pack to lead the way in. He's going to work on Grohl. Grohl being hit up there by Cal Stevens, taken down. Lee still moving. Stevens just driving awesomely through that pack. Lee goes through and the jam called off. There were 4 Red Devil points picked up on the play. A tremendous drive by Cal Stevens. Just opened up the doors everywhere for Larry Lee. 38 to 37, and helmets off. Cal Stevens and Bill Grohl. Let's take a look at this again, Ken, on the instant replay.
Here you see Larry Lee coming in. There goes Bill Grohl, helmet no. Look at this inside block to James Paulo, moving through, take the other man high. But that inside block to Paul, that had to hurt. That had to rattle his teeth. There he is, number 27.
We're back live. 38 to 37. The Red Devils will jump back on top by 1 over the Bay Bombers. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the sixth period. Then, of course, the women come on for the seventh period. The men come back for the eighth and final. Rough series between the... blocking going on. Grohl and Stevens up in the front. Here comes Grohl. Leg block over their front back. The jammer is going, but there's Grohl. Puts it down with a good leg block. Larry Lee out moving for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Number 37, Tony Roman has been whipped out of the pack, and the Bay Bombers have a jammer in pursuit. Gambit is also on the move, but Lee is out number 2 to 1. Here comes Stevens going to work on Grohl. Grohl being hit at the rear of the pack by Cal Stevens. Taken high. Lee inside, cuts the jam off. There was 1 Red Devil point scored again by Larry Lee, and again the assist by Coach Cal Stevens.
You notice, Don, they're keeping Larry Lee in there. He's probably one of their top jammers and one of their fastest jammers. And for that particular reason, he can get that 15 or 20-foot jump, and it gives chance to Cal Stevens to go to work on the work at the rear of the pack. And right now, they're concentrating on 1 point at a time. They don't care if there's a man 15 or 20 feet behind or not. They know they get Larry Lee out there. He puts his head down, he goes, and he gets the 1 point, he gets the 2 points, and that's all they're looking for.
There's a shot at Cal Stevens and Tony Smith. You can see Stevens fatigued a little bit, and there's Bay Bomber coach Charlie O'Connell on the infield. Notice he's got those sunglasses on. He's not playing Hollywood. Again, he has a very, very serious eye injury, and he's got to keep it covered. It's remarkable that he's even out here. I wouldn't take a chance.
A lot of lights down there, Don. It does affect you, it hurts.
Back is forward. Jammers again trying to work their way up. Again, it's the Brooklyn Red Devils getting that jammer up and out. Tony Smith going out. This time 35. Dynamite Mike Gambit on the move. Coach Cal Stevens also coming out. Gambit's really in trouble. He's got 2 big middies out with. He's got Smith up in front. He's got Stevens driving him behind. Gambit battered forward, then hit back and dumped by Tony Smith. Here comes more help. Cliff Butler and Bill Grohl coming out in pursuit. 4 potential scorers out, moving on the play. Smith sets the pace. Jump block. Butler, Grohl, straight down. Butler and Grohl are back up and moving. Gambit with a block. There's Butler, the lead jammer. He's on the move. Red Devils now without anybody on the play. Good team effort. It's Butler and Grohl moving into scoring position at the rear. Bombers have the only scoring threat out. 25 seconds left to go in the period. Time is on the clock. Stevens dropping back on defense at the rear. They have 15 seconds left to go. Takedown over the top, around the outside. Grohl is back up. Butler in with a block. Stevens taken down again. The jam called off as there was a Red Devil jammer coming up. There were 2 Bay Bomber points scored. 1 by Grohl, 1 by Butler. And time in the period has just run out. Let's take a look at it again right here.
The 2 of them coming into the rear pack, both Cliff Butler and Bill Grohl. You can see moving up on Cal Stevens. What they'll do, they'll go inside, outside, and put a jump block on him, take him down, move up. You see a Red Devil jammer coming. They put him down again, cut the jam off. 1 point for each skater. 2 points for the Bombers.
We're back live. The score at the end of the 6th skating period as the women come onto the track for the 7th and final period for them. in this game is tied 39-39 and a timeout called. Don Drury, Ken Monty back calling the action here at Kezar Pavilion. The score tied 39-39. Women just come onto the track for the 7th skating period, their final period in this game. The jam has been started by a jammer, and now it's women's captain Ann Calvillo on the move for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Joni Weston in pursuit for the Bay Bombers. Tremendous crowd out here at Kezar Pavilion, again in support of this Bay Bomber club. And the jam called off as Calvillo went by. Dolores Tucker was up on the rail. There was one Red Devil point picked up on the play. Red Devils jump up into the lead by 1, 40-39. Again, I'll tell you, it's going to be a rough series, and especially tonight, as this series continues. Of course, the Red Devils and the Bay Bombers will be playing tonight out in San Jose at Powell Stadium, outdoors, and then Saturday they go to the Oakland Auditorium. They've got to go back indoors, and that's quite a transition, I think. Or this weekend they go to the Oakland Auditorium in continuing with this series, but tonight they're going to be up in San Jose, and we'll get back into a little bit more of the transition of the two games in just a minute. 40-39.
You know, it's like the Bombers have quite a thing to go through. They're coming from an indoor game into an outdoor game, and then they're coming back into an indoor game again, and it's quite an experience to have to transition from outdoors to indoors. You get from the smoke-filled room back to fresh air, back into the smoke-filled room again, and it's something you have to overcome.
Skater hit, put down. It's Ann Calvillo. Jammers out, but they're going to play. All of the Red Devils taken back into the pack, and the Bay Bombers now with a double scoring threat. 35, Judy McGuire. 37, Carol Peanuts-Meyer. What did you call them? The M&M twins?
Yeah, here they come.
Meyer and McGuire.
No,
Jammer coming in. Calvillo back with the block. Stops one of them scoring to the outside. Hits it with another one now. Calvillo doing double duty blocking for the Brooklyn Red Devils in the rear of the pack. McGuire cut off on the inside. Meyer scrambles up now. She's slowed down. Calvillo doing an excellent job. Back and forth and stuff to try and stop two skaters at the same time. McGuire again hit to the outside. Meyer tries the inside. Now the pack being bunched up, and the Bombers almost in a dead walk. That could be deadly for the blocker back there. Weston spinning around trying to pull her jammer by Ann Calvillo. Skaters tangled up. There's a double block there back by the Red Devil skater spinning around to the inside. Red Devil jammer coming up as well. And time of the jam starting to run out. It's over. The official ruling, the Bomber jammers tied up. The Red Devil jammer came up and scored 3 Red Devil points on the play.
Got a replay coming up on this. You see a picture of Joan Weston there. She's a little disgusted with herself with 2 jammers coming in. Here you see them both coming in, McGuire and Myers, and they're both trying to get by Calvillo, and Calvillo locks them up, and they stop the pack down. And all of a sudden you'll see Rita Williams move through on the inside. She's holding back. There's Weston trying to assist. They're both pushed back
there
into the rail.
Goes.
There goes Rita Williams through on the inside, then around the outside. Cuts the jam off. She cut the jam off one flash too soon, otherwise she'd had 4 points. But she picked up 3. And
no, she got by, kid. She did get by. You had 2 jammers out for the Bombers.
That's true. That's true. I'm sorry. You're correct. And there's Ann Calvillo was in your picture, and she's going out on a jam.
Again, the jam started, and Ann Calvillo whipped out. Followed by 38, Joan Weston. These two have really been doing a lot of jamming. That's experience out in the game. Calvillo already yelling into the pack, trying to get things set up back there. Holmes dropping back, looking to assist. And Weston is directly behind Ann Calvillo as they move into scoring position. Tucker is also back. The skater hit. Calvillo runs into her own teammate. Weston cut the jam off. Worried about Calvillo still being with her. Picks up 1 Bay Bomber point. Good heads-up play by Joni Weston. Don't get greedy if you don't know where the skater is.
That's true. She could see her that she was seeing she was in trouble, but she didn't know she was going to go down. And with the ability of Calvillo, you naturally cut it off. You're happy with 1 point. Makes the score 43 Red Devils, 40 Bombers. Bombers pick up 1 more point closer to the Red Devils.
7 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the 7th skating period. Yeah, we were talking about these games coming up, and in this series, with the Bombers and the Red Devils. What's it like to skate outdoors, kid? I've never been much of a skater.
I'll tell you what, it can be a half a dozen different factors. Sometimes you swallow bugs. Sometimes your breathing, it really burns deep down in your lungs to where the point.
How about the track
hurts.
itself when you're outdoors?
Oh yeah, it seems to be a slower track. I don't know why, and at a different time it's faster. You cannot actually put yourself in a point where it's going to be just right.
Jam has started. Number 35, Judy McGuire, out and moving on the play as the pack was reformed. And out with her is Jackie Garillo for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Jammer's out moving on the play. Here comes McGuire. Good elbow block into Garillo. Hits her back again. Slows it down. Garillo belting right back into McGuire, eliminated from the jam. Red Devils now have the only jammer out moving on the play. Jackie Garillo moving into scoring position at the rear. Dolores Tucker back on defense for the Bay Bombers. Block to the outside. Comes into the block, slows it out. Elbow block again, hits back. Galvello looking to assist, dropping back, but McGuire is moving up again. She's going to have to keep her eye on her. Doesn't do it, moves to the inside. Comes up to the block. Garillo going 5 for 1, going to the outside. McGuire coming up, and the jam called off. The official decision, there were 3 Red Devil points picked up on the play, and a timeout is being called. I believe we're going to see a replay on this before the timeout. Well, maybe we'll catch it coming back out of there. 46 to 40. The Red Devils lead with a timeout being called on the track. Don Drury, Ken Monty back calling the action. And we're going to go back and see an instant replay of the last jam.
Here we come now with Cavello coming in on the assist. Garillo moves through for the points, moves around the outside, picks up the points for the Red Devils. Garillo doing a great job. Cavello on a great assist.
46 to 40, 5 minutes left to go here in the 7th skating period, final period for the women in this game. The jam has been started. Bombers down by 6. Dolores Holmes going out along with Ann Calvello. Dolores Tucker is also moving out along with Joan Weston, and a double block has been formed up there by the Red Devils. Take down by Tucker, takes down Calvello. Holmes also going down. Weston goes through. Bay Bombers now the only scoring threat out moving on the play. It is Joan Weston. Tucker is up and moving again, but she's a long ways back. Double block again is being set up. Didn't work the first time out of the jam, but maybe it will this time. Tucker now moving in. Double scoring threat for the Bay Bombers. Double block set. Holmes and Calvello. Weston reaching back. There's a whip to Tucker. Again tries to open the door. Take down it. Over again. Weston over the top. Still going through. Calvello is back up. Trying to get Tucker through there. There's a Red Devil jammer moving up as well. And Weston cuts it off. The official decision, there were 4 points. Calvello and Weston going to it. Whoa. Skaters quickly separated. Calvello unhappy about Weston getting through twice, grabbed a hold of her. And I believe there'll be penalties on that one. There were 4 points, however, picked up. 2 by Tucker, 2 by Joni Weston. And again, we point out tonight when the Bay Bombers go outdoors against the Brooklyn Red Devils at Powell Stadium in San Jose, as you were saying before, Ken, that track sits just a little bit different outdoors.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that when you're skating indoors, the track stays in the same condition at all times. When you're skating outdoors, it doesn't necessarily be the same. It could be fast, it could be slow, and it's a hazard. It's not really a hazard, but it's sometimes it seems like that it's holding you back, and other times it's helping you. But on an indoor track, when you go indoors, outdoors, indoors, it's great.
Back being reorganized. Weston, Tucker both picking up penalties on that play. The Bombers are going to have to skate with 3 on the track right now. The Red Devils are at full strength, and apparently the officials ruling the Bombers were the aggressors.
That's their decision.
Jam has started. Ann Calvello moving out with a pivot helmet on. And Calvello has a golden opportunity right now. If you've just tuned into the game for the first time, if a skater laps and passes all 3 skaters on the track, they get credit for the skaters in the penalty box. She could pick up a total of 5 points right here. Bombers trying to get somebody out. The Bombers going to a pull away. Calvello being left behind. Calvello being whipped forward as the Bombers try a pull away. Mandy Johnson, Phoenix Meyer, Judy McGuire. Calvello off a 3-man whip trying to close that gap. There are the Bombers pulling out. Calvello can't catch him, cuts it off.
Beautiful Bombers.
46 to 44. The Red Devils remain on top here at Kezar Pavilion.
Did you notice, Don, the 3 skaters that were left out there for the Bombers? All 3 sprinters?
Yeah, all jammers. Let's take a look at this again, Ken. 1 minute 35 seconds remaining in the period.
There's Cavello coming in, and the catching the latter part of the Bombers are already gone. And watch them open up the gap because there's 3 sprinters, 3 jammers out there, and they're moving out. And they're trying to whip Cavello to catch him, but to no prevail. Those Bombers are gone. They got three jammers out there that are flying. You can see a very disgusted Cavello, very happy Bomber fans.
We're back live now. A minute, 3 seconds left to go here in the 7th period. Bay Bombers down by 2. Jammers are out, and the Bombers have got Peanuts Meyer and Judy McGuire on the move again. Red Devils, Dolores Holmes coming out, and Lana Kasanovic. Kasanovic just a little ways behind, but quickly closing up on the play. Double block. Holmes taken down. Kasanovic falling over the top of her. Bomber Jammers are on the move, and Calvello is already yelling instructions up at the front of that pack. She'll be dropping back defensively for the Brooklyn club. Calvello set. There's an elbow block. Back. Stops McGuire. Stops Peanuts Meyer now. Back and forth. Both of these Jammers trying to score simultaneously. Weston dropping back on the assist. And Calvello grabbing a hold of grabbing Meyer and McGuire. Weston grabbing and Calvello. And the jam called off. There are penalties on the play. Calvello and Weston. McGuire shaken up. Eight seconds remaining in the period. The official ruling, there was a 1-minute penalty on Joan Weston. Illegal blocking, no score. Holding call, rather. I'm sorry. So the score at the end of the 7th period. The Brooklyn Red Devils 46, the Bay Bombers 44. Don Drury, Ken Monty, and Kezar Pavilion calling the action. Today's game between the Bay Bombers and the Brooklyn Red Devils, a very, very rough series. 46-44 as the men come onto the track now for the 8th and final period. Penalties carrying over. The Bombers will be shorthanded. Weston picking up a penalty at the end of that period. Red Devils at full strength. Men just taking the track. The pack is formed, the whistle sounds. Jammers up and out. Number 33, Alvin Mallory on the move for the Bay Bombers. Number 24, Earl Pearson on the move for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Pearson coming up, elbow block to the inside. Mallory battered back. Jammers going along. Pearson sets the pace. Mallory comes up with a good block. Pearson checked into the rail. Cal Stevens, coach of the Brooklyn Red Devils, dropping back on defense. Good block, back to Mallory, stops him from scoring as they move to the outside. Comes in with another block, rides him high up along that rail. Mallory trying to dig in, coming out of the Red Devil turn, high elbow block back by Stevens. Forearm block thrown back by Stevens, riding on him, and he leans on. It's a lot of weight to be carrying on a man. Jammer coming up again. Again, Mallory slowing down. There's a Red Devil jammer moving up now. Chris Keenan belted into the rail. Mallory concentrating on him. He should be trying to score. Mallory comes back with a block, drives Keenan into the rail again. Now again moves forward to Cal Stevens. Stevens there doing the blocking for the Red Devils. Keenan takes over to lead a jam. Mallory put down. Roll comes back with a block, and Keenan hit to the infield. I don't believe he scored. Went to the infield. Time and a jam starting to run short, and time runs out. No score on the play. Keenan was checked to the infield by Bill Grohl. You've got to be on the track to score.
Actually, the rule states, Don, both feet have to be on the track. You could have one in the infield. It doesn't make any difference. You got to have both feet on the track.
46-44. The Red Devils remain on top over the Bay Bombers. I'm telling you, Ken, tonight, in continuing with this series, when the Bombers go outdoors at Powell Stadium, it's going to be a really rough game, and the Bombers cannot afford to lose too many of these games. And then, of course, they've got a rough schedule with this team. They go from there to Oakland this weekend and then back to San Francisco into a doubleheader, and it's just a tremendous strain on them. (46-44). Red Devils on top. Jammers breaking out. Number 35, Mike Gambit is on the move for the Bay Bombers. Tony Smith, the men's captain of the Red Devils, coming out of the Gambit, pounding the blocks into the back. A leg block into Gambit, another leg block thrown in. Butler coming out, goes to work on Tony Smith. Shoulder block into Smith. The door is opened up, and Mike Gambit is on the move again. Butler going to work. Gambit moving along. Gambit the only jammer out, moving on the play. Gambit moving along, blocking continuing. Smith hit, down by Butler. Here comes Gambit. There is a penalty on Butler, illegal blocking. Smith was off the track. He couldn't even see Gambit go by him, but he's not going to get credit for that point. He now moves to Coach Cal Stevens at the rear. Gambit belted back to the outside. Gambit tries the inside, stopped again. Lee moves forward, drives Gammon into Stevens. Stevens puts him down. Lee, number 21, is taking over the lead on this jam. Bill Grohl back into the blocking. Stevens with a drive. Leg block into the back, then a shoulder block. Grohl moved out of the way. Pack lifted, and the jam called off. The official decision, there were 3 Red Devil points on the play. There was no score for the Bay Bombers. There was a penalty on Cliff Butler, illegal blocking.
You cannot pass a penalized skater.
And get credit for it.
That's right.
We're going to take a look at this again, Ken. We're going to come up on an instant replay. 7 minutes, 55 seconds remaining here in the 8th period.
Here you see Mike Gammon coming in against Cal Stevens. You already see the skater he's passing there does not count because he's a fouled skater and he cannot be passed for a point. And there you see Lee coming up. He pushes Gammon forward. Cal Stevens gets rid of Gammon. Now Cal Stevens will lead him on in for Lee to move right on through. He'll move up on the inside of Grohl, move him out. The other skaters take care of the rest of the pack. 3 points for the Red Devils.
We're back live with the Red Devils leading 49-44 over the Bay Bombers. Again, another tremendous crowd out here at Kezar Pavilion in support of this Bay Bomber team. You can see them all the way around in the background, all the way up into the balcony. Jammers are out. Number 37, Tony Roman on the move for the Bay Bombers. 24, Earl Pearson for the Brooklyn Red Devils. 1-1 on the play. Fast pace as these Jammers move along at a good clip. Pearson moves to the inside. I'm going to quick block to Tony Roman. Roman rides out the block, stays in pursuit. In contention. Grohl dropping back on defense for the Bay Bombers. Tony Smith back there for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Pearson moves to the outside, belted back by Grohl. Roman comes up with a block, drives him forward. Grohl belts him back again. Roman again, setting him up for Grohl. Grohl back with a leg block. Roman coming up with a block. Again, Grohl set, waiting, shoulder block, sends him up along the rail. Roman with a block. Pearson not up, stays up, but continues to move on as Roman now moves into contention. Grohl back with a shoulder block. Pearson checked into that rail. Grohl back to lead the way. Tony Smith on defense for Brooklyn. Grohl slowing Roman down, looking for the right opportunity. I think they're looking for a little bit more speed. There's a whip to Tony Roman. Roman comes up low for the legs. Jam called off. And there was 1 Bay Bomber point scored by Tony Roman, the assist of Bill Grohl off the whip. And a timeout being called here at Kezar Pavilion with the score. The Red Devils 49, the Bay Bombers 45. Ken Monty back calling the action. We're in the 8th and final period of this game between the Bay Bombers and the Brooklyn Red Devils at Kezar Pavilion, with the Red Devils leading 49-45. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the game. Coach Cal Stevens is out for the Brooklyn Red Devils, and it's Bill Grohl, Mint's captain of the Bay Bombers, out for his respective club. There's a leg block by Stevens into Grohl. Shoulder block. Grohl put down hard. Bombers down by 4 points. And all 5 of the Bombers being kept in the back. Grohl already dropping back on defense, and that's going to be the name of the game right now. Stevens moving in. He's got a golden opportunity. He can score 5 points. They have 5 Bombers in that pack. Red Devils in control, slowing the pack down to try and give Stevens additional time to score. Grohl set and waiting. Stevens makes a bid to the outside. Grohl hammers him with an elbow block, hits him with another one. Grohl comes back, a leg block to the outside. Stevens going with another leg block, thrown back by Billy Grohl. Grohl set and waiting. Low elbow block into the midsection by Grohl. Another leg block thrown back by Billy Grohl. Forearm block. Stevens staggered back but stays on his skates. Tremendous power and effort by Cal Stevens. Grohl again sets up with a leg block to Stevens. Time running short in the jam. Grohl comes in. Solid shoulder block. And Stevens over the rail. Tremendous block. A standing ovation going out for Bill Grohl. You can see the fans in their seats.
Tremendous block.
49-45. The score remains the same. Red Devils still on top. There's the man, Bill Grohl, did it. Coach Charlie O'Connell watching on. I'm telling you, tonight this series is really going to be something in San Jose, out at Powell Stadium. And then going into Oakland this weekend. But I still think the Bombers have really got a tough way to go when they come back to Kezar for that big doubleheader this Sunday. And it's a strong team, but they still need O'Connell out there, and they're going to be suffering back and forth.
O'Connell, you know, he's got to get back in this lineup. He's just going to have to add some force to this team. Bill Grohl is doing a tremendous job, but they're going to need O'Connell out there against a team like this. And they're going to be going indoors, outdoors, back and forth. And weather conditions, changing of atmosphere is going to mean something.
Jam around, moving on to play. It's number 33, Alvin Mallory for the Bay Bombers. Red Devils have a jammer out, and that's Larry Lee, but he's a long ways back. Tony Smith back on defense for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Shoulder block back into 33 Mallory. Mallory attempts to score again, tries the inside, jumps back to the outside. Butler doing tremendous blocking into Larry Lee for the Bay Bombers in the rear. Lee belted back as well. Both of these jammers taking a tremendous beating from the blockers. Leg block again back by Butler. Lee staggered back to one skate. Shoulder block, elbow block, back by Butler. Smith comes in with a block, slowing down the lead jammer, 33, Alvin Mallory. Jammer is taking a tremendous beating here in the second half. Good defensive work going on by both clubs. Butler dropping back. Lee moves forward again. Those high elbow blocks come in. Smith containing 33, Alvin Mallory. Both of these men can score at the same time. Both potential scores. Time and a jam starting to run short, and both men fatigue. Time runs out. No score. 49-45. The Red Devils remain on top by 4. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the game.
Now we're seeing a tremendous defensive battle here. And Bombers got to get some points on the score that all it amounts to. They've got to get some jammers out there because they're trailing by 4 points and approximately 2 minutes to go. And they've got to get them on the board.
Well, they can't afford to lose any more series right now. They lost to the Pioneers. They won against the Red Devils. They came back with the Chiefs, and it was a rough series. They've taken quite a beating, but tonight, as they continue this series, they just can't afford to drop any more games. They're going outdoor. That's the biggest thing to me, an outdoor game.
It is. It's a tremendous handicap because you can't go from a, well, I call it a smoke-filled room into the fresh outdoors, back into a smoke-filled room.
Jammers are out, moving on to play. Bill Rowe from Roll sidestepping. Stevens running into Tony Smith. Roll scores for the Bombers. 1 Bay Bomber point. 49-46. Red Devil lead cut to 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the game. And we've got 2 skaters shaking up down on the track. Tony Smith and Cal Stevens. That's got to be almost 500 pounds colliding.
It's got to be, and that's a tremendous blow to the Red Devils. They can't afford to lose either one of them, let alone both of them. And Bill Groh is out there like a high school kid, hustling his team on. And Cliff Butler, Mike Gammon, they want to go. Let's go with it. And the people, Bomber fans, you can hear them stomping their feet and shouting, "Let's go Bombers!"
Less than a minute to go in the game. 49-46. The Red Devils on top by 3. If this jam starts, it goes to full 60 seconds. It does. Mike Gammon moving on to the Bay Bombers. Stevens shaking up, trying to stand up back, but the Bombers have got that jammer out. Mike Gammon, number 35. There he is on your screen. Bombers in control of the pack. They have the only jammer on the move. Gammon coming up, moves to the outside, carried back by Stevens. Roman breaking lane, but he's a long ways back. Gammon dives in again, tries to the outside. Stevens rides him high. Good defensive blocking in the rear. An agile Mike Gammon and a very quick moving Mike Gammon moves along. Here comes Roman. Bombers now with a double scoring front at the rear. Stevens trying to contain both of these men. Roman getting by. That was a good move. Stevens let Roman go by and try to concentrate on Gammon. They can afford to lose to 1 point, and that was a good play back there. Gammon's going low. Gammon gets by. Roman coming up again. Skater still going through. Roman trying to find his way to the inside. Red Devil jammer coming up. And Gammon fighting for more points. Time running short now. They have 2. 1. It's over. The official decision. 3 for Roman, 4 for Gammon, or just reverse. 4 for Roman, 3 for Gammon, 7 Bay Bomber points scored, and look at a standing ovation going out.
Tremendous finish for the Bombers. Listen to that pass.
The final score here at Kezar Pavilion. The Bay Bombers 53. There's a happy Bay Bomber team, Kenny.
I tell you what, talk about 2 lookalikes. When they get it, that's what I think confuses Stevenson at the rear. They both look so much alike.
The final score here at Kezar Pavilion. The Bay Bombers 53, the Brooklyn Red Devils 49. We'll be back with an interview directly following this break. Hello, I'm Don Drury along with Mike Gammon here at Kezar Pavilion after a fantastic Bay Bomber victory, 53-49 over the Brooklyn Red Devils. Mike, just an outstanding play by yourself and Tony Roman. I don't know how you guys continue to do it year after year after year. Tony told me last year, he says, I finally reached my age. 37, that's my number.
Yeah, I know. I kind of reached mine, I guess, too.
What is your age?
25 now, I think. No, I'll be 36 this year.
So you've got yours, too, 35?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not changing my number, though. I don't think I want to get any older.
Doesn't show out there.
I feel it. Let's say I talked to Tony. We both feel the same. You lack that extra little something you used to have at different times when you want to do a little bit more and you start really sucking in some air. You can't get enough in to get yourself going. And tonight's last jam, boy, we just lucked out because I didn't know where he was really until the last second. He really didn't know where I was. And when we jam together, we're usually just trying to get anything we can. We're working together, but you always have to watch the other man.
Especially the guy that you were going up against, Cal Stevens. Calvin never ceases to amaze me. As big as that man is, he can move. There are very few people, I think, that size that I have witnessed that have that capability. Buddy Atkinson Jr., Charlie O'Connell, and now Cal Stevens.
Wow, look at Cal. Is he 25 now, 24, somewhere around there? He's just really starting to come into it. Cal's been skating for, what, 10 years or something?
I think he's a little bit older than that because he was 1969 Rookie of the Year, so he's probably around 28 years old, but still.
I didn't think he was that old guy. He's moving around pretty good. Oh, and Buddy, you mentioned Buddy. Jesus, I skated for years with Buddy, and as big as he is, he's light on his feet, man. He can move all over the track, up, down, jump. He can do anything. Actually, Buddy really jammed a lot when he was younger. When we were all younger, everybody jammed.
So did Charlie O'Connell.
Yeah,
and that's what made Charlie, I think, one of the most outstanding players you had going.
Well, once you get that agility from jamming, it always stays with you. Where a lot of your bigger men now, they think they're just blockers, and that's all they really want to do. They don't have the interest in the jamming part of it.
Maybe because there's a little bit more work in your department.
I think so.
I mean, once you get out and you start running out there. Then you come in, you've got to contend with that guy at the back, and that seems to make it a little bit tougher. Where that guy, even though he's positioning people and leaning on them all the time and having somebody lean on him, he still doesn't have to sprint out as well.
It makes it a little bit easier blockers. The only thing is the bigger guys, they have to carry around a lot more weight, and when they do fall, they have a tendency to get hurt a lot faster and easier than the smaller guys such as Tony and myself and a few of the other jammers that have been around for years and seemingly don't get hurt that much. Luckily, it's the massive body weight is not hitting something like those guys that are 250, man. When they hit something, they got an awful lot of weight following through with it.
The Chief fans that have been watching the Bombers back east, watching the Chiefs now, have got to be very, very surprised. Probably the best team they've had in years.
Oh, they've got a very strong team, man. I don't really know how we're going to contend with a team like that, really. They got an awful lot of weight over there and fast, too.
Mike Gammon, thank you for joining us. And for you fans, we'll see you next week. On behalf of the International Roller Skating League, thank you for joining us.